Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's goody? What's goody? What's up with you? Main man, made man in the building. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing, man. You hear me? Yes, man. Hey, I apologize for everybody, for those who were waiting. Some of y'all might even dipped out. Much apologies, man. YouTube got to get it together, man. They got to get it together. Let me hear what we sound like. Yeah, we sounding good, man. Yeah, man. YouTube got to get it together, son. I've been going over the river and through the woods to try to get up on this joint, man. Real talk. Like, what's up with the links, man? Is there too many live streams running tonight? It don't matter, because we talking boxing. My homie, Harold Jones, what's up? Good evening, King. Same to you, man. Ray Bands, 805, what's up, homie? Alex Cartier, good to have you in the building, man. P. Newell, my main man. What's up with you, man? What's up, brother? Same to you, Ray Bands, man. I'm cooling, man. I'm cooling. You know what I'm saying? Interesting weekend in the sport of boxing, man. Yo, I had to take a couple days off, man, and deal with some behind the scenes family things, you know what I mean, and stuff like that. So you know how it goes sometimes, man. Sometimes you just got to fall back for a minute and get your thoughts together, man, and then come on back stronger than ever, man. Yo, we got a lot to talk about, man. Yeah, I know, P. Newell, man. I wanted to get up on here and talk those fights, man. We definitely going to cover that Aegis Kalvalauskas fight, man. I got a lot to say about that. We definitely going to talk about Ryan Garcia. Got a lot to say about that, huh? You know what I'm saying? Like Slim. Yo, we got a lot to talk about when it comes to that. I seen the little chick, man, and Pulev going through their back and forth. We ain't gonna even talk much about that, man. I don't give a damn about that whole situation because we here to talk boxing, son. You hear me, though? We here to talk boxing, you know what I mean? Real live boxing. Now, first and foremost, what's my take on Danny versus Granados, Ray Bands? I see Danny destroying Adrian Granados, man. I'm just wondering, will he get that Manny Pacquiao fight in the meantime, you know, after that is over? That is something I'm really wondering. But I see Danny Garcia making easy work of Adrian Granados. I don't think Adrian Granados belongs on that level, in my opinion. You know what I mean? We'll get to that, though. Let me just bring something up real quick, though. Did y'all catch the Aegis Kalvalauskas fight versus Ray Robinson, man, that went down on ESPN? Did y'all see that? This is the same dude that's supposed to be the mandatory for the #1 pound for pound fighter in the business, my main man T-Bud. This supposed to be the dude that they talking about putting him in there with. Are you serious? This dude fought to a draw with Ray Robinson. Hats off to Ray Robinson, though, for putting on the performance of his life, because he needed that performance. This dude Kalvalauskas, now, to his credit, went to the backyard of Ray Robinson. But he let Ray Robinson fight him to a draw? For real, though? Like, for real, though? And you talking about getting in there with T-Bud? See, this is the reason why a lot of people wasn't jumping for joy about this situation, and T-Bud was trying to push it off as far as he could. Because Kalvalauskas, and the crazy part about this dude is that he rocks with the class of Vasil Lomachenko and Usyk. They all come from the dude climb. They the climbers crew. They rock with the dude Aegis Climbers. He manages all of them, right? And you telling me, it seemed like to me Kalvalauskas is possibly the worst one of the group. Last of a dying breed, what's up with you? You say, I thought Ray Robinson won. Ray Robinson even thought he won. So it could be a serious argument that Ray Robinson pulled that fight out, man. For real. It could be a very serious argument. Ray was doing a good job at boxing on the outside. He was luring Kalvalauskas into a lot of traps. Kalvalauskas was having a little problem with getting around the jab of Ray Robinson. Now, I do agree with the commentating of Andre Ward in that fight, where he was saying that Ray Robinson was giving him shots to keep him off him, but not giving him shots to like thumping shots. You know what I mean? And that could have been a major difference. Coach Big C says, what up, chat? What up, mate, man? What's up with you, coach? What's up with you, man? For real. And it seems like to me, that's exactly what Ray Robinson was doing. But what Ray Robinson was doing to me was more effective than what Kalvalauskas was doing. Kalvalauskas was trying to come forward. He did a terrible job of cutting off the ring, in my opinion. He couldn't get around the jab. He was landing some good thudding shots that was kind of keeping him in the fight. But Slim, it could be a serious argument that Ray Robinson won that fight, man. It could be a very, very serious argument. But the thing is that this dude who comes from the school of Lomachenko and Usyk, this dude is supposed to be the WBO mandatory for Terrence Crawford, and you think us fight fans are going to be clamoring for that? If this dude can't get past Ray Robinson, no diss to Ray Robinson whatsoever, but we know what T-Bud is. No, we not going to be sitting here jumping for joy for this fight right here, bro. It's just we ain't. I see this is even the lead-off story on Boxing Scene today. And I'm like, Slim, nah, man. Nah, bro. So I'm going to tell you right now, Kalvalauskas, you better get it together, bro, because that was your chance to make a statement over this weekend. Make everybody say, oh, shit, this dude might just give T-Bud some run. But nah, what I seen, and that's like my third time really giving a serious look at Kalvalauskas, man. And I'm telling you, man, I'm not leaving impressed. I'm not leaving impressed with this dude. Not in my opinion, I'm just not. You know what I mean? Vincent Roof, what's up with you? What's up with you? Coach Big C says, I ain't gonna lie. I didn't watch any of them huff-ass fights last night. NCAA hoops was on. Oh, I feel you. Yeah, that shit was fire. March Madness is going in full effect right now. I'm hip, bro. I'm hip. Shout out to my Tar Heels. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but it just if you missed that, man, if you catch it on YouTube or if you catch a playback of it, man, I'm gonna tell you, bro, you're gonna say this is supposed to be T-Bud's mandatory. Yeah, I know it's an easy fight to make. You know, this is possibly would have been the fight that T-Bud would have had in the fight if they would have maybe came up with an Amir Khan or something like that. It would have been Kalvalauskas. So it's gonna be interesting to see how the WBO will they continue to rank him as number one. That's a point of conversation today, man. But it is what it is, man. But moving right along, Ryan Garcia defeats Jose Lopez. Never heard of this dude. You know what I'm saying? Talk about a generic ass name, Jose Lopez. You know what I mean? But yo, like 2 rounds, got rid of this cat. Beautiful performance by Ryan Garcia, man. Ever since Ryan Garcia then linked up with Eddie Reynoso Jr., the trainer of Canelo Alvarez. Hey, Shawty looking good, man. I got to give it to him, dog. He looking real good, man. And I'm listening to Ryan Garcia talk today, and he like, man, yeah, I'm ready for a title fight. It's like, dog, pump your brakes. You know what I'm saying? Pump your brakes. Ryan looking solid. Hey, this dude is a superstar in the making, man. Superstar in the making. But I think he needs to stay there with Eddie Reynoso Jr. for a few more fights before he honestly steps up. That's just my opinion. Because he got definitely good ingredients going there, man. He got a lot of good things, bro. You can clearly see his man strength coming in there real solid. You can clearly see that he's starting to use his skill set a lot more better. He's beating the chitlin circuit of the boxing division easy now. It's becoming easier and easier to this dude. But let him continue to build chemistry with Eddie Reynoso Jr., man. Now we see today that the dude out here still mouthing off with Tank. Let me tell y'all something, man. If they can get this damn fight done, bro, this fight will be so lit. I mean, so lit, man. This fight will be bro, you got to look at it from like this. This can be like a continuation of Oscar versus Floyd. You dig? Finishing up their chapter. What they left on the table, even though Floyd beat the brakes off Oscar. But I mean, dog, like this can be just the storylines involving Tank and Ryan Garcia can be so huge. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Before that fight go down, it'll be nice if Ryan Garcia can get his hands on the title. Because that would just make the fight even bigger. You know what I'm saying? Even bigger. Alex Cartier says Tank will kill him, though. Coach Big C says, yeah, he better pump his brakes. Damn. P. Newell says, you are right. He needs 4 or 5 more fights to go. Lewis Coleman in the building. What's up, fam? Dog, but these two are 2 stars right here, and this fight is going to be humongous. But it would honestly be so much better if we can get Ryan Garcia to a title fight and then maybe make a unification fight between him and Tank. Oh, my goodness. And I'm looking at the current landscape at that division. It's possible, but I don't know how long they're going to want this dude to stall around. My thing is, we know Ryan Garcia is rated number 1 in the WBO. He's number 1. He's not the mandatory, but he's number 1. And the title holder being Masayuki Ito. Ito has an upcoming fight with Jamel Herring in May. After that fight's out the way, we got Lamont Roach versus Jonathan Oquendo going down in a final eliminator for the winner to be the mandatory in the WBO. So Ryan Garcia ain't got a chance no time soon right there from what I'm seeing. And then if you look over with the WBA, he's top 5. So if the WBA will stop being pussy and be an actual sanctioning body, guess what? They can order a fight. They can order a fight between Tank and Ryan Garcia. But we all know the promotional companies are too strong, too big. Their handlers are too strong. They're not going to let that happen right now. But if they order the fight, no matter what networks they on, the fight got to happen. You hear me? This is what happened to the sanctioning bodies, man. They so paid for that it's insane. Like, make the damn fight. You know what I mean? But anyway, the best chance that he can get to a title. And here, listen to this, boxing fans. How do y'all feel about this fight? Be 100. You got Tevin Farmer over there on DAZN. He is the IBF champion. There is no number 1 or number 2 at the IBF right now. Now, the thing is, I don't see Ryan Garcia's name listed nowhere in the IBF rankings. But if they was to insert him there, I'm sure they'll put him up there high. Should he go after Tevin Farmer's belt? Or is that too much for him to fight right now? Is that too soon? Is that too soon for Ryan Garcia? Riddle me that. Vincent Rue says Ryan need to step up before he talks about Tank. The guy he beat lost 3 out of 4 fights. That's sad, bro. Sad. Lewis Coleman says Ryan needs 2 more fights. Lewis Coleman almost says Trav FD video. Derek James begs for a man down. Had me rolling. Then Bruce Vane video. Duck Chronicles 9 was lit also. All right, I ain't seen him. I check it out. P. Newell says Ryan is a star all day. Law Survivor says Garcia can fight 10 more bums and look good, but he won't gain any good experience before he fights Tank. So that's the question. Like, a fight with, say, like a Tevin Farmer, is that too much of a step up for Ryan Garcia? The reason I'm saying Tevin Farmer is because this is a very realistic fight. The fight can happen. You know what I'm saying? These dudes fight on DAZN. They both fighting on DAZN, right? The fight can happen. You got one guy rocking with Eddie Hearn. You got the other guy rocking with Oscar. They make fights. So that is probably the fastest route for Ryan Garcia to go after a title fight if they want to step him up. But is that too much of a step up? Because they want to bring him along slow, properly. I ain't mad at the rate that they bringing him at. The kid's only 20 years old. So I get it. You dig? So I understand. You know, Tank got him by like 4 years, man. Let's see. It says Garcia can fight 10 more. Oh, I read that. Lewis Coleman says lost. You crazy. Let's see it. Yeah, all day. It is fake, man. Yeah. Lewis Coleman, I want the Tevin Farmer and Ryan Garcia. I like that fight, bro. I like that fight. I think that is the best fight for it. Does good for Tevin. I don't know. I think Tevin's contract with Eddie Hearn DAZN is about to run out soon, but I can see them reeing up with him because he still got a strap. And he's also a good bait fight for either a Ryan Garcia or a Tank Davis. He's a good bait fight. You know what I'm saying? He can get either one of them cats on DAZN. So that's the thing, man. Ryan would get spocked by Rolly. Oh shit. I don't know, bro. That's be close. Hey, y'all, hey, Fooler. Hey, you my main man, but you know, hey, I can't sleep on Ryan right now, bro. I see Shorty getting better and better and better. And I see that man strength coming into him. He just needs the right train. I think Eddie Reynoso Jr. is the right cat. Lewis Coleman in the super chat. Thank you, family. Much love to you, homie. Much love. Get your money, dog, and you put in work. Thank you, fam. I appreciate you. I appreciate you, man. For anyone who needs to know, we here each and every Sunday and each and every Wednesday. Much love to my main man, Lewis Coleman. Mr. Roos says, yeah, that's too much of a step up. That's too much of a step up. Oh, man. Oh, no, Mo. That's too much. You think Tevin too much of a... Tevin got 4 losses. Tevin got 4. And Tevin is like not the most powerful puncher. You know what I'm saying? His speed is good. His fundamentals have gotten much better. But I think that's... I ain't going to say it's an even fight, but I think that's the best chance right now for Ryan to go after a title, Mo. I don't know. El Shanito, what's up, fam? What's cracking with you? What's up with you? Does it really matter in the building? What's up, homie? Farmer will beat his ass right now. You think so? No, man. I think the defense of Ryan Garcia can definitely get much better. But I truly believe that if you asking me if he's ready for Tank, my thing is I don't know if him and Tank shouldn't do it. I mean, if I'm managing Garcia, I don't think he's ready for Tank. Tank is way much too experienced. He's got better opposition under his belt. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's had a couple belts at this point. He's a couple years ahead of Garcia. But I think Tevin Farmer's a good start, man. P. Newell in the super chat. Thank you, family. Much love to you, homie. Main man, don't let Ryan fight Farmer. You don't think that should happen, Mo? What? Oh, man. I mean, it's not like... I'm going to be 100 with you. I think Ryan has the power edge over Tevin Farmer. I think Ryan hits more harder than Tevin. I think Tevin is more fundamentally sound. Tevin's legs are pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? He likes to move a lot, and he can box very well. But I think with the size of Ryan Garcia, with his current power, and then it's getting nothing but better under Eddie Reynoso Jr. I think him and Tevin can make it happen, man. I think he maybe one more fight if you want to give him one more, but I think him and Tevin can make it happen, homie. Did you see my boy Ricky Hernandez on the undercard of Ryan Garcia? Nah, I missed that one right there, El Shanito, but I will go back and research that, bro, and we will. Oh, Rocky Hernandez. Yeah, I would definitely go back and watch that fight. Law Survivor says it would be a good boxing matchup. Tevin doesn't have any real power, so we can see Garcia boxing skills and get a few rounds in. I agree 100%, bro. I don't think that's too much of a step up. I don't think that's too much of a step up. I can see Ryan beating Farmer also, Lewis. I think that is the absolute perfect fight for Ryan Garcia, and it will allow him to get his hands on a world title. I don't see why a lot of people think that's too fast, too soon. I don't think so, man. I truly don't think so. I think that is a real good fight for Ryan, and he could take that title, and then he can, with his fan base, with his following, with Tank fan base, with his following, with their backers, this fight, a unification fight between these two, will easily be a huge, huge fight. I mean, come on, man. Come on. We can't. I mean, look, if the kid is saying, he's well on record today, saying he wants to get a title fight, hopefully by the end of this year. That's what he said his people are promising him. I don't know how true that is. They've been saying that for a minute. But at the end of the day, I think this is the best opportunity for him, bro. I can see Ryan beating Farmer. Yeah, it doesn't really matter. Ryan couldn't hit Tevin. He much too green. You think he much too green? See, the thing is that him and Tank actually got around roughly about the same amount of fights. It's just that Tank has better opposition, and Tank probably has better experience than him. You know what I mean? I just think that, yeah, they got the same. I'm willing. I think that is the better fight for Ryan, bro. It just makes sense to me, man. Vincent Roof in the super chat. Thank you, family. Much love. Tevin confidence is on 10 right now. It is. It is because he's been fighting all of them scrubs. He's been fighting bum after bum, enabling him to fight every 2-3 months. You know what I'm saying? But Slim, like even with Tevin's case, right? Tevin even deserves a fight like this. He clearly can't get the Tank fight for whatever reason, and we can go over those reasons, but he clearly can't get the Tank fight. The best option is fight the kid that's the star attraction right there on the same network as you. I don't know if I believe that Ryan ain't ready for Tevin Farmer. I think that'll be a very good matchup, bro. Given with Ryan Garcia is at today, I think it's a very good matchup, homie. Real talk. Law Survivor says, I don't know. It's just me, but Farmer looked bad in this last fight. He got hit too much for a defensive boxer. He did get touched a lot, Law Survivor, in that last fight. He truly, truly did. P. Newell in the super chat. Thank you, family. Much love. Main man, Ryan is very good, but please don't let him fight Farmer. He is the truth. Look, man, look, Farmer is fundamentally sound. I like Farmer. I love his story. I love everything about Tevin Farmer. I love the fact that he pushes the fight with Tank. It's all beautiful. He's been winning. He's been on the winning streak, but he ain't really fighting, the top tier of the division. He ain't had a unification. He deserves this fight. He deserves this fight. You did. I think the spotlight on this fight, this is a proper step up. This is not too high of a step up because I think Tank beats Tevin. You know what I mean? This is not too high of a step up, but it ain't too low. It's just right. It's just right. I think this fight evens out with Tevin's skill set as well as Ryan Garcia's skill set and his newfound power, where he just like he crushing dudes, bro. He crushed this dude in 2 rounds. This dude was a bum. I get it. But at the end of the day, this dude does got power. We got to put him up there, man. We got to put him up there. Lewis Coleman says, but Farmer on the zone. Then if he win, put Davis and Ryan in Vegas at the end of 2020. I would go see it, bro. And it would just be even better as a unification fight, man. It would just be even better. See, it's not about the name of Tevin Farmer. It's about the fact that this dude got a strap. It's about the fact that this dude is on my same network. We both fight together on the same network. Ain't no politics. Ain't no polished shit. We can make it happen. The WBO may take a while for Ryan Garcia to get around. Now, don't get me wrong. If Lamont Roach beats Jonathan Oquendo and he gets the Ito fight and he beats Ito, that'll be something to talk about. A Lamont Roach versus Ryan Garcia. Shout out to Lamont Roach. And I'm just saying, man, I think it's a good one, man. I think that's a good opportunity for Ryan Garcia to take and to really take a serious look at, because clearly the IBF has two blank positions right now at number 1 and number 2. It'll be a good fight, bro. It really will be a good fight. Sean the Icon says Farmer and Ryan on the zone. Let's get it. You hear me though? Nank, that's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking. I'm talking about fights that are very possible to make and not too big of a step up. Just the right step up for Ryan Garcia. Just the right step up. Did y'all see the social media of Tank today over on Twitter? Tank says he put on Twitter, I'm sharp. What do you say? I'm sharp enough to fuck you up if Golden Boy ever had the balls to put you in front of me. Ryan Garcia responded, it will actually be part 2. Oscar never got the rematch. I understand you aren't the sharpest of the bunch, mate. God damn. So they talking major shit to each other, man. Like, dog, I love the fact that they building what they're going to have in the future. It's going to be a big deal. It's going to be reminiscent of Floyd versus Oscar round 2. It just would be even better if both of them had titles. That's all I'm saying. Law Survivor says Farmer need to get some of those snack products and work on getting some pop in his punches all day. I mean, you know, the dude got shot in the hand. You know what I mean? He went through his situations, man. I got respect for Tevin, bro. He do need some pop in his punches, though. You need to sit down on them punches a little better. He be trying, though. He be trying to walk some of his opponents down, and just the power just ain't there. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, I like Tevin Farmer, man. I love his story. I love his grit. I love his determination. He doesn't seem like the type of cat that'll run away from a fight. I like him. You know what I'm saying? I think this is a good step up for Ryan Garcia, bro. I think this is a real good step up. P. Newell says, okay, Ryan fighting Farmer in the end of 2020. I'm with that. Ryan and Farmer, at the end of 2020, man, that's a minute for that fight, bro. If we're gonna wait that long, man, I gotta wait. You gotta give us Tank. It's how long these dudes gonna be at 130. Tank already struggling to stay down there, bro. Tank gonna be hitting at 35 soon. I think by the end of 2020, Tank might end up being up at 35, truth be told. I feel like they're both kind of overrated. Davis and Ryan, you 135 are mostly just a brawler. 140 is higher skill class, but Mikey is good at 35. Yeah, 35 is a good class. Some good names at 35. You got Loma at 35. Man, imagine these two moving up to the division where Loma's at, bro. That shit gonna get heated fast. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, I like that boy Comey, man. I like Richard Comey. Ray-Ban says, if Ryan wants that Tank work, let him have. He says he's ready. Let them get their hands flying. Man, I would love for them to make the fight today. See, don't misunderstand me. If they come out and say, look, Ryan Garcia versus Gervonta Tank Davis in a couple months, I'm down. I'm 100% down, because these two fighters fighting out of the same era. They coming in the same, pretty much the same class. You throw in Devin Haney, you throw in Shakur Stevenson in that class. They coming in the same class. You know what I mean? It's just that I truly believe that it would be a better and bigger fight. And I know both of their handlers would like to see this too, if both men actually had a title to bring involved. Tank already got a title. We just got to sit back and wait for Ryan to get his, and then let's make it happen. You did. So we don't know, but 35 would be a good weight they meet at. I wouldn't be mad at that. The way this thing going on with the people that back them, this fight can get possibly bigger than belts. I don't know. I know they're young, but these two dudes got enormous fan bases. We all know who Tank and we all know who Ryan Garcia is. We all know who backs them. So if it keeps going on, and these two keep winning, it could get bigger than belts. But I just still like to see a unification involved with it. You know what I mean? P. Newell says, I'm not dealing with Tanks. You don't fuck with Tank, P. Newell. Why you don't fuck with Tank? Man, Tank be on some other shit, huh? Let me know. Does it really matter? Tevin will ruin your dream fight. We will back Tank and Tevin. But see, that's what I mean. Like, even if Ryan coming off the caliber win of a Tevin Farmer, that'd be good, man. It'll just swell that fight so much bigger. Tank already got a couple champions under his belt. Ain't the strongest, ain't the people we wanted to see, but he got a couple champions already under his belt. Slim, I just think that'd be good, man. I think that'd be good. Tevin Farmer must axe, musty ass can't do nothing. He got that speed, my speed, like your man Mir Khan always saying. I got speed. Ish. LeBron James, 35 is good. What's up with you, LeBron? You think 35 is a good weight for these two to go at? 35 would be good. Both of them would definitely have much more better man strength. They still young. They still growing. They're getting stronger and stronger. This kid is 20. The other one would Tank 24 or something like that. They still young. And so once they hit that man strength level, it's going to be slim. It's going to be a lot of pop in these two fighters' punches, man. Both of these dudes are getting stronger. Yeah, man. Ray Ban says, what's your thought on Danny and Adrian Granados? That's what I was saying earlier. I think Danny going to destroy Adrian Granados. They are levels in boxing, bro. We've seen Adrian Granados now struggle with the likes of Adrian Bronner. You know what I mean? Like, I like Adrian Granados, balls to the wall type fighter, but I just think this is a little more than he can chew. I think Danny goes in and stops Adrian Granados. I think it's going to be a good war, but I think Danny Garcia stops Adrian Granados. Are you going to be at that fight? Oh, what's up, man? Have fun, man. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy yourself. Let me know what you think of the whole event, man. All day. I'm going to be at the next fight I'll be attending will be that Jared Hurd fight, and I can't wait. Speaking of Jared Hurd, let me tell you. Oh, Tip says Haney will beat Tank and Ryan. He's another one in that class. I like to see him in the mix too. But see, Tank, why they can't make Tank and Haney, man? I guess Mayweather don't want to do that in-house thing. They keep throwing out Rolly out there, Ryan Garcia, man. Haney and Tank will be one hell of a fight, bro. They already got a low-key beef, you know what I mean? So that would be a hell of a fight, bro. Speed does nothing. I got Ryan over Tevin by TKO, 10 rounds all day. You got Ryan. Speed does nothing. I got Ryan over Tevin. Yeah, same here. I think it'll be a good fight, bro. I just think it'll be a good fight. P. Newell, once again in the super chat. Thank you, family. Man, I can't deal with Tank. I don't like him, but Ryan will get him at 135 for real. Damn. You think Ryan? So you think when they both basically come into their man strength, when they both get stronger and bigger, you think that Ryan will have the edge? Ryan is the taller fighter from what it seems. Ryan is the longer fighter. Both of them got some good power. Their knockout ratios are awesome. So, I mean, my thing is, man, Ryan going to need better chemistry, though. He's going to have to let that chemistry grow between him and Eddie Reynoso. I think Eddie Reynoso is a good trainer, man. You see what he did to Canelo? He got Canelo Shopper's attack, and I think he'll do the same thing with Ryan Garcia. But I think he needs to sit back and let that chemistry build for a couple more fights. And then go in there, man. Get in there with Tevin, man. Get in there with Tevin. Koran, what's up with you? Think so too. Fight I like is Haney versus Fimo. That'll be a hell of a fight, bro. Dog, this new class of boxers is gonna be, man. I like the up and coming class, bro. I like Fimo and Haney. If they can get it in, bro, that'll be a hell of a fight. Fimo jumping in that water though, talking about Vasily Lomachenko. That might be a little too much for him. Danny has heavy hands, very heavy hands, and I think Adrian Granados is going to struggle with those heavy hands. I like Haney and Stevenson. I'm going to be 100. If I ain't told y'all already, I don't know if I've told y'all this already, but my favorite fighter that's coming out of the new class is hands down Shakur Stevenson. I think Shakur Stevenson, when the smoke clears from the Haneys and the Tanks and the Ryans and everybody, the Teofimos, all of them, I think Shakur Stevenson will be the one remaining strong. That's just my call. Early call. We'll come back in a couple years and we'll revisit this. But I think Shakur, I think he sticks it out with all of them. I think Shakur is going to be the best out of the new class, in my opinion. I like that shot. I like Shawty. I think Shawty the truth, man. And I think he got nothing but iron around him to sharpen him and make him so much more better. And he's another one that's growing into his man strength, and he's growing and he's getting better. I can't wait to see him on the undercard of Khan and Crawford. Man, I can't wait to see young boy. P. Newell says, yes, let them get there, man. Get their man strength. Yeah, all day. And that's when you really gonna see who can really stand the test of time then. And I think, I'm telling you, man, I think it's gonna be Shakur, bro. I think Shakur giving them all that work. I think Tank in the mid, it's gonna come down to between Tank and Shakur, I think. But I don't know, man. It's a toss of the dice, man. They all looking good right now, bro. I will say, Tank versus Farmer and winner fights Loma. That will be good. Yeah. Tank versus Farmer been in the making for years, man. For whatever reason, it just ain't happening, man. It's like that shit is broke. I don't know why. And that's why I'm telling people, let's talk about something that's very realistic in Tevin Farmer and Ryan Garcia. It's a realistic situation. It can happen. Maybe not today. All right, if you want to give Ryan Garcia 1 to 2 more fights, granted. But dog, that's the fastest way to a title. It's the Tevin Farmer. Or if he want to wait them 1 or 2 more fights, maybe he'll just keep his position in the WBO where he's number 1 and just wait for that time to come around. Give me Shakur over Haney. Give me Shakur all day. All day, Lewis. I'm with you, homie. P. Newell says he is good too. Shakur is great. is great too. Man, they all looking good this new class. But I'm telling you, dog, it's gonna be Shakur that stand that test of time, bro. Or Zako should have lost last night. They robbed Rodriguez. Damn, I missed that one, bro. I missed that one too, man. I missed that one, bro. I got some shit I'm playing out in the background. I apologize that I can't elaborate too much on that one, but I missed that one, homie. Lost Survivor says, what fight you think will happen first? Tank versus Loma or AJ versus Wilder? Good question. Damn, Tank versus Loma or AJ versus Wilder? If I had to bet the farm, I say AJ versus Wilder. And this is because that fight is at a level where just too much money is in the air. And you can't just keep ignoring when that much money is involved in the fight. I don't care how strong a network or a promoter in their positions are. It's just too much money in that fight, bro. It has to happen. You know what I mean? It just has to happen. So I think that fight will happen first. Not to mention, I still think there's semi-bad blood between Bob Arum and the whole Mayweather clique. I don't see that happening, man. I don't see that happening. Lewis Coleman says, that's why I fucks with you, man. I got Shakur over everybody all day, Lewis, all day. I think Shakur that dude, bro. I think he that dude. P. Newell, Haney is very good. It's hard to say. Haney is good, but did y'all see that? I know y'all probably seen that YouTube video going around of the spawn session that these two had back in the day or whatever. And I know they were young. They're gonna be totally different fighters if they ever meet in the future. I get it. But I just looked at Shakur Stevenson, who was the smaller guy, how he was handling Devin Haney in that spawn match. And I know it's spawn, so we ain't gonna look too far into it. But I just like the way Shorty was holding his own right there, man. And it just shows me. So don't get fooled by the smile. Don't get fooled by the little smile, the little smiley face. Dog, all of these youngsters got to get rid of these kid-ass faces, man. You know what I mean? Ryan Garcia with that baby face. Shakur Stevenson with his baby face. The only one that started to look like a grown man is Tank. Devin Haney even got a baby face. I can't wait till they shed their baby faces and really become the grown men fighters. And we gonna see who stand the test of time, bro. We gonna see. You know what I mean? Does it really matter? Says Shakur is training with Bud and sparring with Khan. Damn. Iron sharpens iron. Does it really matter? And then on top of that, got Andre Ward in the background. You hear me? It's too much going on over there. Got Timothy Bradley giving them pointers in the background. It's too much iron over there, bro. I'm telling you, dog, this kid is going to graduate from a hell of a university, man. This kid is going to graduate from a hell of a university. He's going to be shot, man. I'm telling you, it's just, he's going to be shot, bro. He is going to be shot. P. Newell says, Haney, we already read that one. Lewis Coleman says, wifey in there frying chicken breast with the bone and damn man, and fried green tomatoes. I might have to get off. Much love to you, homie. Hey, that sounds good as a mug right there, bro. Hey, that's what it is. I ain't mad at you. Ain't nothing like that cooked food right there on a Sunday evening, bro. Fried chicken, some greens with the bone. Damn, you hear me? Hold me down, man. Send me a plate up in this joint, man. I wouldn't mind having one. Much love to you, Lewis. Much love to you. P. Noah says we have to let them young boys grow first. I agree. And that's why I don't want to rush, you know, but I think that, like, I still got to stand by. I don't think that Ryan Garcia and Tevin Farmer is too big of a step up. I think Tevin is a good fighter, and I think Ryan's a good fighter, but he has to step up eventually. And just without the politics and the politricks, and Tevin not being the hardest puncher, Tevin not being, and like someone said earlier in the chat, Tevin did show some signs of vulnerability in his last fight. That would be the best opportunity for Ryan Garcia, in my opinion. I would have to take Prime Khan over Crawford. Khan just has bad luck, but you know he fought the best and always was beating him. Then he get caught with one, and that's the thing. I mean, look, man. Like if lightning keeps striking in the same place, what did I say? I keep telling people it don't matter how good you shining. You can't train the chin. You can't train your chin, bro. You can't train your nervous system. You can be the sharpest knife. You can be sharp. You could be shot for 10 rounds in a 12-round fight, and then pow, it's all over. You can't train a nervous system. And let's move on. Let's move the conversation forward to the next topic at hand. Sean Porter versus Crawford for Earl Spence. Which one should he do? This is the reason I asked this question. This is the reason I asked this question, man. And this is funny to me. This is real funny to me, I think. Now, I go back to when Crawford and Spence had their face-to-face, right? And Spence told Crawford, I'm going to clean up my side of the street. Those were his words to Terrence Crawford. I'm going to clean up my side of the street. Cool. And I even rock with the notion. A lot of people didn't like it. A lot of y'all out there was like, nah, man, we want to see this now. Boom, boom. And I'm like, hold on. I actually agree with Earl Spence here. And then you can check my archives because they don't lie. I say I agree with Earl Spence. I think he's been wanting these fights for so long. If they are on his side of the street, he should be fighting them dudes. Thurman, Danny, and Sean. I'm cool with that. If that's the reason you say you don't want to face Terrence Crawford, cool beans. No problem. Do what you got to do. Handle your business. And so then over the weekend, right? Because we know today, Sean Porter is now saying, I want this fight. So I put out a post over the weekend and I was like, yo, hold up, man. No. He told now, I say, why ain't he stepping to Sean Porter? Let's see this thing happen. I'm willing to give him time and space on this because he just came off a fight. But we need to be seeing him and Sean Porter. And everybody now telling me, nah, man. Nah, see, he's waiting because he's waiting on Terrence Crawford to face Amir Khan, see what the pay-per-view numbers do, and then he's going to try to take a fight with Crawford. And now I'm like, hold up. Just a few months ago, this cat said that he needed to clean up his side of the street. What the hell changed from that? I'm not going to be yo-yoing back and forth. You tell me this is what you want, I'm rocking with it. Go ahead. You want to clean it up? Clean it up. The opportunity exists. And now everybody's like, oh, no, man. Let him go and face Crawford first. I'm like, huh? Hold up. So you telling me it's okay for him to sit back and not fight Porter to wait for Crawford, which a fight that ain't promised. But when Crawford stepped to him, it was I had to clean up myself. We're going back and forth. I'm getting lost in all of this bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting lost in all of this because Porter is saying he want the fight right now. No politics, nothing impeding the fight. What is going on here, man? What kind of games we playing here, bro? For real. Spence's new money. Spence's new money, man. He can pay real money now. Oh, so see, that's what I'm saying, P-Newell. P-Newell in the super chat. Much love to you, fam. Much love. Spence's new money, man. He can pay real money now. Oh, I get it. All right, look, I listened to the interview with Derrick James over on the Boxing Voice. Shout out to the Boxing Voice. And what Derrick James was saying when they brought up Sean Porter, he got real devish, and that rubbed me a little bit the wrong way. What? Did you see his last fight? We can't put him on pay-per-view. Did you see his last fight? Nobody showed up. Hold up, man. Well, hold up. I'm getting confused. This is not Earl Spence Jr., who has been coming up through the ranks saying that he wanted free smoke, all that. That's not how that. Don't try to become that now after the Mikey fight. It don't work like that, bro. It don't work like that, man. I'm not going to be going back and forth, man. Nah. DGO, what's up, fam? What's up with you? Yo, main man, Spence is part of the no smoke crew. God damn. You hear me? Bro, we can't one hand say, oh, he ducked Crawford because he wanted to clean up his side of the street. And then when his side of the street is ready to come out and play, it's no, hold up. I'm not ready to fight y'all now. I'm ready to wait on Crawford. Like we playing yo-yo games here. We playing yo-yo games here. Ronnie Boy Fresh in the building. What's up, fam? What's up with you? And I'm like, man, nah, I can't do this. What is Derrick James talking about? Why is Derrick James talking numbers now? Oh, we can't sell him on pay-per-view. And dog, this is what always happens when these fighters start to get the recognition, get a little recognition, they get on pay-per-view, they get a few eyeballs on them. This is what always happens. Dog, when is there going to be a fighter that comes along like, nah, I'm sticking to my word on this. I'm ready to give him that work. And I'm not feeling that, homie. I'm not feeling that. Bud was not worth the money when he first arrived. Bud wasn't worth the money. Now he's worth the money after the con. But they're going to wait to see what the con numbers do first. And here's the thing that throw me for the loop. Who's to say, like, even with Earl Spence Jr. and Mikey Garcia, we don't know if that was Mikey. That could have been Mikey crew that pushed them numbers up. We don't know. And then in T-Bud's situation, that's my main man. But Amir Khan got a hell of a fan base. So we're going to base these numbers off the fact that they are fighting other fighters with humongous fan bases. We don't know if these two, we don't know if these two going to do that together. That shouldn't even be in the equation. I'm sorry, man. I can't get with that, bro. Like Sean Porter right there. Look, and I got credibility here because I've been giving Porter that work, and y'all know how I have. I've been giving Porter that work. Like, dog, you let this man step in your press conference, take over your press conference, debo you in the ring. I've been giving Porter like I want smoke. And now, oh, we gotta wait for Crawford now. I'm like, man, what kind of games being played, dog? What is this boxing thing all about? You hear me? P. Newell says Spence got the money. Spence is the pay-per-view man now. Spence pay-per-view. Earl pay-per-view Spence. Ronnie Boy Fresh says, Slim, I told you that little Mikey versus Spence Jr. was made to price themselves out of Loma and Crawford. Dog, that's some bullshit, man. That's some bullshit. My deal is like, Earl says he wants to come back in the summer. All right, Crawford is fighting in April, which means that who knows if Crawford going to be ready to come back on a fight of that magnitude in June or July. You know what I mean? Let's just keep it a buck. Dog, we're not going to be sitting with this maybe shit. Dog, there's other belts that you can collect. The WBC belt is welcome in a fight with you. And everybody like, well, I even shout out to my homie IOTBA Boxing. Shout out to him, man. For those, check him out, man. That's my main man. But I got it with IOTBA and I put it on Instagram. I say, yo, bruh, because he was like, man, I don't think that that Earl should fight Sean. He should make him wait. I'm like, what? Should make him wait? That's the stupidest shit. Like, that don't make sense to me. Why should, when Earl needs the validity, he needs the name of Sean Porter, and he needs the validity from the remaining of boxing fans to take it to the next level of stardom. You can't be content with the level of stardom that you got when it can get bigger. You beat a Sean Porter, that level of stardom gets bigger. You did. Huge. This is the thing. See, they like we always say, they see money made, they forget about Pretty Boy Floyd. The level of stardom can be bigger. You beat Sean Porter, become a unified champion, has the head of Sean Porter sitting on your fence. Bro, you can become a bigger star. And then you can really make an argument for I'm king of the division now. Why stall that? The Crawford fight, if you beat Porter, the Crawford fight ain't going nowhere. I'm saying make shit easy. You said you wanted the easy route. You said that you wanted to clean up your side of the street. That's all I'm saying. Do that then. Do that then. I don't know, man. Am I wrong? Where I'm going wrong in here, fight fans? Where am I going wrong here? Doesn't really matter. Says also Earl would not have gotten credit for beating a little welterweight for no cash. Man. DGO, Crawford is the real deal, bro. Spence don't want that work. Crawford chasing him. Man, you look, my deal is, look, I want to see that fight just like everybody. Everybody. I do. But that fight is there. Crawford has an opponent where he's fighting in April. We still got to wait a month before Crawford even fights. So in the meantime, between time, you telling me Earl can't get Porter out the way? You telling me Earl can't get Porter out the way? He says he wants to come back in June or July. You telling me that Earl can't get Sean out the way? I don't care who getting paid what. Oh, man, he shouldn't give Sean the spotlight. But, bro, look, man, y'all need to kill that noise, man. All this promoting shit. Come on, man. Let's just see the fight. Let's see if he really, this will validate Spence as the fucking man at welterweight, bro. As the man. He would then be arguably have some of the best wins in the division. And you can easily make an argument for him being king of the division then. I'm looking at Max Kellerman over the weekend, and I see Max Kellerman. Now, pound for pound rankings are very subjective. Whatever your pound for pound rankings are, that's your prerogative, right? But I seen Max Kellerman say Lomachenko's number one. Terrence Crawford is number one. Lomachenko's number two. Canelo's number three. Earl Spence Jr. number four. And I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. Let me put the DC in it. Hold up, cousin. You mean to tell me you're going to put Earl Spence Jr.'s number four and not put Jerry Swift Hurd? Am I tripping? But anyway, but the point I'm making is that ESPN is building up this fight. They want this fight. Everybody wants this fight. I don't deny that. But Sean Porter's right there, man. That's all I'm saying. And if we don't get that fight no time soon, I'm going to be pissed off, bro. Look how big the Maypac fight had to get built for HBO and for Showtime to collab. Yeah, that had to get real big. And my deal is if that shit don't happen, you know what I'm saying? If that don't happen, like if Terrence Crawford and Bud don't, if Bud and Spence don't happen next, bruh, I don't want to hear nothing about no reason why they don't put Porter up in the mix, man. I don't want to hear nothing. We have to say it, man. Pay-per-view. Spence, he got the house money right now. Okay, cool. You want to say he a pay-per-view attraction? Fine. If that's the argument that a lot of people want to say, well, he's like you just said earlier, P. Newell, he's new money. He's new money. So they want to keep building on this pay-per-view success. I listened to Derek James in the interview. He says, we want to continue to build on the pay-per-view success of Spence. Cool beans. But why you telling me Shawn Porter don't fit in that equation? If Earl Spence Jr. is the pay-per-view attraction you say he is, and I agree, everybody needs a dance partner. Everybody needs a dance partner. But dog, like, if he's the pay-per-view attraction y'all say he is, these should be all right numbers. Shouldn't be in the dirt numbers. I mean, Shawn Porter is a formidable opponent, and he's a world champion, and this is a unification fight. This will be the honest since Kell Brook. If not, maybe, no, this will be the biggest fight of Earl Spence Jr.'s career with Showtime Shawn Porter. Oh, no, man. You're talking about a welterweight that has the best resume in the division today, bro. Like, come on, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm going wrong here, man. Tell me where I'm going wrong. DGO says fighters nowadays sell 30% of less of what pay-per-view did back in the day, and they call themselves pay-per-view stars. Yeah, that's real shit. But, but the streaming has gotten better. DGO, the streaming has gotten better. It's just like with music, bro. Back in the day in the 80s, everybody was selling big. You know what I mean? But in today's market, shit, with all the bootlegging and all that stuff going on around, kills the numbers. And look at Wilder and Fury. Freaking 10 million illegal streams. You know what I mean? The streams is killing it, bro. So, that could be one of the reasons. Lewis Coleman says, you going wrong, man, because you're telling the truth. Spence fans hate it. Fight Porter. Earl destroys Porter. Then talk crap to Thurman. How about you, dear Porter? Thank you, Lewis. All I'm saying is I'm just honoring the words. Honestly, even like what you saying, Lewis, we just honoring the words of Earl Spence Jr. when he says, I have to clean up my side of the street. We just honoring his words. You said you didn't want to fight Bud then because you want to clean up your sides of the street. So what if you would have got, say, a Danny Garcia fight, put it on pay-per-view, and it would have did big numbers? You just said, fuck the rest of the street? Because he beat Lil Mike, get good pay-per-view numbers, fuck the rest of the street. Monty Boy Fresh says, I got hurt number 4 all day. All day. All day. Man. Ray-Ban says, Porter is the real deal. He always comes to fight. Exactly. And that's what a lot of people need to look at too, man. We being promoters out in this joint. We playing promoter, and we're forgetting about the fact that Porter and Spence is actually a hell of a fight. We just overlooking that whole dynamic like, oh, well, what is he selling? This shit is disgusting. We actually overlooking the fact that Porter and Spence is an interesting ass fight. It's a major unification. It's a major unification. It's a hell of a fight. It's an edge of your seat type fight. It's not like we talking about a bum fight. We can't even forget about that. Last of a dying breed. What's up with you? Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. What happened, bro? Nipsey Hussle? Nah, go ahead, bro. Nipsey Hussle ain't died, did he? I ain't hear that, man. I gotta look into that, bro. But if that's the truth, man, good looking out. And rest in peace. Doesn't really matter. If Earl signs a contract with Porter right now, Bud will vanish if he smashed Khan. Bruh, if Earl signed a contract with Porter right now, they get it in. After Bud's fight with Khan, bruh, do you know how huge it will be for Earl Spence Jr. and T-Bud to fight? Man, bruh, that fight will be through. After a performance like that, we might don't get it to early next year. Granted, he may say, look, well, I just beat up Porter this summer. Or if they can come back by the end of the year, that'd be even better. But whatever. It may happen next year. But the fact, do you know how big that fight will be, bruh? Earl Spence Jr. with the WBC and the IBF. Stepping in there against Terrence Crawford for the WBO. Keith Thurman gonna be sitting back like, yeah, don't forget I got the WBA. We talking damn near undisputed, man. Come on, man. Am I the only one that's talking some boxing fan shit here, bruh? Like, for real. Like, come on, man. Like, we need to keep that in the perspective. Ronnie Boy Fresh says Lil Mike was the draw. That's why it was a 50-50 split. Yeah, but they let people tell it was Earl. Earl was the draw. Earl did his thing in Texas, man. Don't get me wrong. But I think Mike had a hell of a lot to do with that. Nipsey Hussle was dead. Like, what? Oh, you asking that as a question? Bro, I need to get some clarification on this, man. Y'all gonna make me Google this shit, man. Like, tell me for real, man. Nipsey Hussle gone for real? And if he did, what happened? Was it a shooting? Was it a natural causing? Let me know, man, because I'm a fan, major fan. Vincent Root says Earl needs another pay-per-view right now to catapult him into pay-per-view stardom. But why is that? I can understand that from the Suits point of view, but as boxing fans, well, I mean, this is why I understand he wanted the Manny Pacquiao fight so bad. Don't get me wrong, I get that. But this is what's right here. Nipsey Hussle is dead. He just got shot. Oh, man. Damn. Rest in peace to Nipsey Hussle. Damn. For real. That's messed up, man. Damn. Damn, bruh. Man, that's fucked up, bruh. I got to look into that story when I get off. Damn, rest in peace, Nipsey. That's crazy, man. Shawty has skills, man. Damn. Too much senseless death out here, man. Stupid shit, man. He got shot outside his store in L.A. Dang, outside his store in L.A.? Man, senseless killings, man. Damn, that caught me off guard right there. I'm already dealing with something like that on the low. God damn, Nipsey. Rest in peace, man. May you rest in peace. Spence Jr. versus Porter needs to happen in AT&T Stadium on pay-per-view to prove he is a pay-per-view draw. Yeah, I agree. I mean, that's what I'm saying, Ronnie Boy Fresh, and we can honestly see to exactly where to accredit those pay-per-view numbers and to see if Earl Spence Jr. is who he say he is. But dog, it's like, dog, we using the number formula to say this is the reason why he shouldn't fight Sean Porter. Not the unification, not the fact, politics are divided. This is a unification fight that you would love to see. Every person in this live stream right now would love to see that fight. Every single one of y'all, man. Y'all would love to see that fight. Look, y'all would have took that fight probably over the Lil Mike fight. Like, for real, man. Come on, man. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. Doesn't really matter. Says Bob will hustle and drag Bud through the milk farm if he crushed Khan and Earl signed with Porter. Shh. Man, look, man, Bob, see, and this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, it's all on the same side of the street. This is the reason why I'm sitting back like, dog, we want to give Earl Spence the position and say he is who everybody say he is. It's fights. If he wins fights like this, we can appropriately give him that. Not using no eye test bullshit. Not using no, well, look what he did to this fighter and look what that person did to that fighter. Look how he beat that fight. Oh, we can kill all that noise. And we can actually say, well, this dude got Sean Porter and Kell Brook and Lamont Peterson got their heads on his fence. This is the reason why this kid is number one at welterweight. That argument just makes better sense to me. You think Spence waiting until after the Crawford fight for his next opponent? Seems like Porter and his pops are calling him out. Bro, I mean, it can't get no more plainer than that. And look, man, I ain't too happy about what Sean Porter did when they were all part of the club and they ain't want to let Earl Spence Jr. in the clubhouse. I wasn't feeling that either. But at the end of the day, as a boxing fan, now that this fight is presenting itself for whatever reason, I want to see the fight. I want to see the fight, man. Shit, man. And the crazy part is most of us will even give Earl the edge probably in that fight. The styles, the collision of styles and what they do, I will probably give Earl the slight edge. Unification fight. Oh, man. And then it's not like bad blood between like him and Kenny and Earl and them. They all got a good relationship, man. I just wonder what the suit's saying behind the scenes, bruh. Muhammad Hamatola says Earl will lose to a lot of credibility if he doesn't fight Porter next. Isn't it strap season? That's what I thought. I thought it was free smoke. I thought it was strap season. I thought that's what I thought. And I see what Terrence Crawford over there saying, but bro, these two have been mouthing like this for a minute, and the fight still ain't happened. You got a sure thing right here, man. You got a sure thing. No ifs, ands, or maybes. Let's talk numbers. Let's put it on pay-per-view. Let's make it happen. My title versus your title. I have the best resume at the welterweight division. Sean Porter has the best, aside from Manny Pacquiao. Sean Porter has the best resume at welterweight. Earl can get that body on his resume. Bro, that's the gift that keeps on fucking giving, man. Come on, son. P. Newell says Porter versus Spence. Yes, I will see it all day, P. Newell. All day, fam. All day. All day. All day. All day. And let me do this real quick for my homie, man. P. Newell, for all the love and support that you have given me, homie. Consider yourself officially wrenched up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. These upcoming stars don't have resumes nowadays. 2019. I agree. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, I ain't gonna say they don't got resume. It's just like, dog, with this dragging out shit, with this, oh, let it build mentality. I'm sick of it, man. I'm really sick of it. I don't want to see no more let it build mentalities. Oh, just make the fights happen. You know what I'm saying? Let the fights happen, man. Let the fights happen. This fight is cooked. This fight is baked, and they need to put work in, like you said, man. Spence will win. It's free smoke and strap season, but now he is the money Spence team. Yeah, all right. And that's the shit that turns dudes like me on, who appreciate the sport, who appreciate the sweet science. Look, man, like I said before, bro, I'm just going off the words of Earl Spence Jr. I ain't using the words of nobody else. We ain't gonna be just changing up when the smoke presents itself. I'm using the words of Earl Spence Jr. I got to clean up my side of the street. Fine. We've dogged Porter. We've dogged Thurman. We've dogged Danny. We've gave them that business. We gave them that work. Now the fight is here. Let's see it. And I'm not saying that Spence won't take it. He may just take it. But I'm just like, what are you waiting for, homie? Let's make it happen. They could be negotiating behind the scenes. We don't even know it. Everybody want to blame Top Rank and Bob that PBC only made one unification in 5 years. Man, look. Al Heyman and the whole PBC brand will not look good if they don't make the situation happen. It won't be good. It won't be good for their brand. It won't. They want to make Earl Spence Jr. a star, and I believe he can be a star. I believe he gives everybody at welterweight, win, lose, or draw, he gives them hell. He gives them hell, win, lose, or draw. He wants to get to that level, and I think he can get there, but he got to put that work in, and the work is presenting itself. Thanks, man. All day, P. Newell. Thank you, sir. Thank you for all the support you show. Man, I appreciate you, homie. Does it really matter? Says Porter lost so much credibility already and serious cash value. Earl businessman now. Damn. Oh, but we ain't never talked like that about Earl. We've never sat here and said that this man is a businessman now. Earl Spence Jr. is on his business now. Like, oh, that's never been attached to him. I guess I shouldn't be surprised in today's climate of boxing, but that's never been. It was free smoke. It was him crashing into press conferences. See, let's keep it a buck, fight fans. Let's keep it a buck. We jump on Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman came in the game. Oh, I'm one time. Don't duck me, son, and all of this, and everybody was riding heavy with Keith. And then now they hate to see the change that Keith has done. Now Keith wants to fight Manny Pacquiao over Earl Spence Jr. And now we dogging out Keith. That doesn't change in this situation neither. You did. Nah, man. I'm not buying it, bro. This is the reason we jumped on Thurman. This is the reason we've jumped on numerous boxes. And son ain't no different, bro. If Aki, what's up with you? EJ won't fight Bud for sure. Shh, man, we'll see, bro. I see Bud talking up the fight. See, Bud, people got to understand, Bud just going to lay back and play it cool, man. He's not going to sit back and give y'all all of this stuff on the interview and call it. He's going to play it cool. That's who Bud is, man. Bud a G. They can make this fight if they want to make it, man. Come on, man. This is just really pissing me off. But it ain't even the messed up part is that everyone's telling me, nah, man, he shouldn't fight Porter because he's waiting on Crawford. A fight that ain't even promised. When you got a promised fight right here, bro. Come on, son. What's up with that shit? But Jacobs did his thing that night. What you talking about, bro? Oh, Canelo the best fighter nowadays. I believe he's proved himself. You saying he's number one pound for pound? I mean, if he's number one on your list, I mean, I don't agree. I don't think he's number one. I think Bud number one. But but Canelo is putting in hella work. And after he beat Danny Jacobs, Triple G and Danny Jacobs, there was some hella wins to come off back to back, bro. I ain't even gonna swear to you. And also went up in weight. I mean, it's gonna be a hard argument. But as of today, I don't got Canelo number one. Doesn't really matter. Says that they attached it to him and he can't turn it down. Man, he can't turn this fight down, bro. He can't. Tip says, I ain't a fan of Keith. You ain't a fan of Keith probably no more. But let me ask you this, Tip. Was you a fan of Keith in the beginning? Was you a fan of him in the beginning? And you just don't like the change. And that's all I'm saying to y'all. I don't like to change. Free smoke, strap season. Here's a strap. Here's free smoke. What you gonna do, cuz? Oh, man. He can't save pay-per-view. He can't sell pay-per-views. Oh, man. He can't make this amount of money. So, no, it's not a good fight for him. What? Son, like, come on, bro. What y'all talking about? P. News says, I still ride with one time. He need one more fight. Yeah, I still ride with one time. One time still number one in the division with accomplishments. I mean, you know, I know a lot of people, that ain't a popular statement with a lot of people, but it is what it is. One time still number one until someone surpasses him. And the thing is that Earl Spence Jr. with a victory over Sean Porter, it can then be argued that he may have surpassed him. Maybe. It can be argued. It'll be a credible argument. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying. Oh, shit in the building. What's up, fam? What's up with you? Rocket Strike 89 says, people praise Earl like he's a god, but he's like everybody else. Man, I see, that's what I didn't want to hear, bro. Like, damn. We just want to see that different one, man. That unicorn, man. That one fighter that comes along, get some success and stay the same and stay hungry. You know what I mean? We want to see that, not a cat that gets a couple pay-per-view dollars and oh yeah, now I'm the man. I'm running shit. Nah, that well, look, how much you bringing to the table? What was your last pay-per-view like? Like, dog, I thought I wasn't believing this dude right here, man. Like, dog, like this wasn't him. Oh man. These fans acting like business partners and not fans. Exactly, Ronnie Boy Fresh. Exactly, homie. Businessmen. We want to see fights. We want to see fights. And like I said before, if you were one of the people that have given Sean Porter a lot of grief in his past, he rightfully deserved that grief. I don't deny that. But you can vindicate. My request after the Porter fight, when his last fight against Ugas, which was a tough fight, to get on the first thing smoking and go to Dallas and make this fight happen. Sean did that, man. I mean, you can redeem yourself, man. Ponytail Keith is actually a paper champion. Shit. Ponytail Keith beat number 1 and number 2. You did. He beat the number 1 and number 2 welterweights at the division. Who has surpassed that, bro? Who? Give me one. Give me somebody. Who has outdone that? Terrence ain't done it. I'm a big fan of T-Bug. He number 1 pound for pound, but he ain't done it. Who done it? Earl ain't do it. Sean ain't do it. Who has beaten the number 1 and number 2 welterweights at the division other than Keith one-time Thurman? This is why I say, Slim, until somebody surpasses that, he has no choice but to be number 1. Earl trying to build his pay-per-view stardom, and Texas got that pressure on him. He a smiling businessman now. Well, look, man, we're gonna have to get this man a suitcase. You know what I mean? Like I said, I was disappointed with listening to Derek James, man, on the boxing voice, man. It's like, oh, come on, man. Nah, don't do that, bro. Don't, no. Well, he ain't a pay-per-view attraction. They're like, what? No, fight Sean Porter. You see how many people was at his last fight? Oh, come on, man. Come on, cousin. Come on, man. And y'all gonna be like, man, you got to understand that. I ain't got to understand nothing. All I know is clean up my side of the street, not beat one fighter from my side of the street and just stop there. Clean up my side of the street. Until all of those PBCs stop running from Bud, Loma remains number 1 pound for pound. Not enough fights, Mo. Then on top of that, the thing that always irks me about the Lomachenko argument is that he don't stay at the weight class long enough. He don't run the division. He goes in there, he gets 1-2 fights, and he moving up. You know what I mean? You got to stay in the division. You got to dominate the division. Like, he's gonna be at 35 for a while. Let's see if he runs 135. Then we can make a better argument. But that's why I put Bud above him. Rocky Strike says it's hard to stay hungry when you getting pay-per-view money. Earl just found that out. Yeah. And so when people, and it's sad, but the only thing with Keith is that he never got pay-per-view money. That's why he felt like he want to get it now. He never got pay-per-view money. And he changed up on us. You know what I mean? Keith just, I don't know, maybe it's injuries, whatever, man. The game has changed. There's a few boxes and plenty of business boxes. A lot of business boxes, man. Business boxes, man. I seen Earl Spence put a social media post one time, and he was like, y'all, it was like the little clown thing. It was like, y'all clowns rather be more famous than rich. And I'm like, bro, I mean, look, man, you gonna get your money, bro. Beating Sean Porter actually enhances your money. It enhances your percentage of it taking the purse. It enhances. It's a win-win. It's a great fight. It's a good fight. On top of that, it enhances the fact that you can make more money. So when you do get the next pay-per-view, going in as a unified champion, shit, man, make your money go through the roof. He cleaned up my side of the street. Yeah, man, like, that man be one man tomorrow. I'm cleaning up my side. Like, come on, man. Come on. Loma going back down to 130 if he can't get the little Mikey fight after Comey in June. Hey, Loma gonna go with it. Yeah, they're gonna start sitting back and seeing that Loma can't make no money with them fighters at 130. I mean, at 35, where he at right now, if Mikey don't come back. You know, and Bob Arum says, look, man, we not putting them up at 140 no time soon. So you might be right, Ronnie Boy Fresh. You might be right, because all the smoke down at 130 right now. It's a lot of good fighters down there, much more popular fighters down there. Maybe he does go back down there and try to get fights with those dudes, but they all on different networks. That's going to hurt Loma. That's going to really hurt him. You know what I mean? Unbiased Boxing Talk says, Loma only claim of fame is beating an old Rigo, who was weight classes below and a pound-for-pound fighter. I don't know when he is beat Donaire in 2013 with that logic. Spence should be number one pound-for-pound, but he is not. Well, I disagree, because Loma also got some decent victories, bro. He just beat Jorge Linares, which I thought was a very official victory. On top of that, he beat Nicholas Walters. That was an official victory. Rigo was an official victory. Gary Russell Jr., my main man, Gary Russell Jr., was an official victory, Mo. And I ain't trying to be funny, but those are official wins, man. I mean, I ain't gonna. You can't just say Rigo. This dude got a list of bodies on him, bro. He got some good fighters under his resume, and he ain't fought that many people. But the people he did for was some quality ass opponents, man. Real talk. And that's why they put him up there. And then he's doing it in multiple weight classes. Earl has never unified nor left the division, nor has beaten a top. Well, he's beat Kell Brook. He was considered top 5. But there's too much controversy with that fight. You know what I'm saying? He needs the validity of a Sean Porter. He needs it, bro. He needs it. Now Earl doing them GQ photos. Oh, he gonna be in that jump with the suit and the briefcase. Oh, suit and the briefcase and a turtleneck. Oh, come on, son. Lauren Nichols, main man, made man. Salute to you, Lauren Nichols. Much love to you, sister. Much love to you. I appreciate you for rocking with me all day. Ronnie Boy Fresh. Nah, Aegis Climate says that Loma is too small for 35, and they're gonna let Teofimo have that 135. Man, they shouldn't, man. Last I heard Bob say that he likes him at 35, and he think that Loma hit a ceiling there for the next couple years. Yeah, I mean, like I said, they just try making that argument because the more popular fighters, to me, are down at 130. 35 ain't got nobody that's popping unless Mikey comes back, and that ain't promised. I want to see Mikey go to 140. I think 140 is where proper smoke is at for Mikey. Once that World Boxing Super Series is over, it's too late for him to get in it now. But Regis Prograis, Josh Taylor, the work is right there. And then if he want to come back to welterweight, you better do it proper, homie. Rocky Strike says Earl is a hypocrite. When he wasn't worth the money, he shaded the elite for not fighting him. But now he's doing the same thing that he accused the elite of. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's all I'm saying, man. This is the reason we dumping on Keith. This is the reason that we like, dog, with Keith, you don't want no smoke with nobody. You ain't trying to fight Earl. You ain't trying to do this. This is the reason we say this shit, like, for real. And now all of a sudden, it's all right for him to become the businessman. It's all right for Earl to become Mr. Texas businessman. Earl the turtleneck Spence. I don't want to see it, man. I want to see some remain free smoke. Lauren Nichols says, breaking news, rapper Nipsey Hussle was shot and killed in front of his clothing store. Yeah, man, they put that in there earlier, man. I can't believe that, man. That's crazy. Man. Damn, rest in peace to Nipsey, man. Slim had flow, man. He was on this, man. He was holding the West Coast down. You know what I'm saying? That's sad, man. Senseless killings, man. Damn, people can't even be the best they can be, man, with all this stupid violence, man. Real, man. Ugas beat Porter, though. I agree, Tip. But officially, it is what it is. Officially, they gave it to Porter. Whatever, man. I thought Ugas put in a hell of a performance. And let's not forget the fact that Earl didn't want no smoke with Ugas. He didn't want no smoke with Ugas. That's a fact. Jack. Wanted no smoke with Ugas. No, I don't want to fight Ugas. Well, I can mix it up with Jesse Vargas. That was Earl Spence Jr. So maybe he probably had looking back now like maybe two. Of course, he ain't gonna fight Ugas now. Ugas ain't got no name here like that in America, and now he's pay-per-view Earl. So of course he's not gonna do it now. Walters was put on the show for a year before they would allow Loma to dance. Yeah, and he was having problems making weight at that time too. Doesn't really matter. He was struggling to get back down to that 130-pound division. He was on the shelf, but the fact is, Walter still is a good name. Walters is still was a hella name at that weight class at that time. And you know, he's not like he was losing. Ronnie Boy Fresh, Little Mikey will get dog walked at 140. Oh man. Yeah, you know what though? Hey, he got that big win over Lipinets at 140. And Lipinets just beat my main man Lamont Peterson. Shout out to Lamont Peterson in his retirement. He beat Lipinets and he made it damn near fairly easy for most of the fight. So I got to give him respect for that. But the Zalazicians or the Rojas's, all of them cats, like whoever else, nah, man, And he beat AB. He beat AB. But this caliber that's at 140 today, hey, Slim, they not to be played with. They not to be played with. I'm looking forward to the Regis Prograis and Kyle Relicky fight. Hey, that's going to be a hell of a fight, bro. I'm looking forward to that fight. Muhammad says that I don't think that Spence beating Thurman is a given fact. One time as a small fighter with high ring IQ and power. I think Keith will be ready after his next fight. I think Keith is the most complete fighter at welterweight, homie. He can move, he can box, he can brawl, he has good defense, he has good power, he has good speed. He is to me the most complete fighter at the division. With Sean, we see the flaws in his game. Even with Danny, we see a lot of flaws in his game when it comes to the speed, when it comes to the footwork, when it comes to his defense, and when you mix it up on Danny and you put pressure on Danny, how he doesn't know how to adjust. Keith, we've seen adjust to each and every situation. Earl, we still learning. We learned a lot in the Mikey fight, but we still learning. P. New in the super chat. Much love to you, family. Much love to you, homie. Much love, man. I appreciate you, man. Really appreciate you, man. All proceeds go to the betterment of this channel. All proceeds go to the betterment of this channel. Rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. Rolling 60s. About to go to war. Yeah, it's about to be on out there, Slim. Hey, it's about to be a straight up, hey, it's about to be the Wild Wild West out there for a minute. Damn, I gotta look into the story about that, man. It's my first time hearing it right here on the stream, man. It's like, wow. Damn. Hey, Ronnie Boy Fresh says 140 have too many killers for Lil Mike, and he will have to choose DAZN or ESPN. Well, Regis and them, yeah, Regis and them, I think that they'll probably give him a fight, man. I don't know the Josh Taylor, but he with Richard Schaefer, man. Schaefer cool with all of these cats. And I don't believe Mike ain't really locked in for nothing. Mikey can make it happen if he want to make it happen. It's gonna be about that money with him, man. P. Newell says, if Earl do another pay-per-view, you know there will never be any free smoke or man down. We will be having turtlenecks. Hey, he gonna come. He better not come to the ring on one of his pay-per-views with the turtleneck on, flip down and shit. You dig? Come on, man. Come out there with a watch on and a briefcase. You know what I mean? A little suit up under his robe and shit, looking like the IRS. Remember the IRS dude who used to be in WWF? Like, he better not, man. Like, for real, man. What are some the personality glasses on? Yes, I am Mr. Errol Spence. And please drop the junior. Like, business, dog. Like, come on, call me Mr. Spence. Like, dog, we not. I might just have to nickname him Mr. Spence until he accepts this fight. Mr. Spence. Okay. Lipinets was weight drained and wasn't trained by Goosen. Nah, yeah, that was the best fight I seen him fight in a while against Lamont. But Lamont could have beat Lipinets, man. Lamont just used the wrong game plan. Lamont got into a war with a guy he didn't have to get into a war with. He could have clearly outboxed him, had the length, the jab was working, his movement was working. And if he would have fought Lipinets in that manner, I thought he would have beat him. I thought, honestly, truth be told, I thought Barry Hunter gassed him up and forced him to get into the war. Or maybe Lamont legs couldn't hold it up, as some people were saying. But if he was been counting rounds, I think he could have bagged 7 rounds outboxing Lipinets, in my opinion. Real Boxing says, Earl on USADA texting would have destroyed Mikey in 4 rounds. Vada took Earl's power. Shout out to the homie Black Horseman Promotions. I've been hearing the argument he was making about that, man. And that's a dark road right there, bruh. You know, I've been leaving that alone, but that's a dark road you're talking about right there. And I've been down that road before. You know what I'm saying? I chose to leave that road alone for a reason. And that's a dark road. That's a real dark road right there. You know what I mean? Does it really matter if Earl next paper? Because truth be told, Real Boxing, The reason I honestly left that road alone because I don't want to be right. And there's some things that I look at and I do raise my eyebrow over, but I don't want to be right. And I try to leave that out. You know what I'm saying? P. Newell says Mr. Spence. Yeah, man, that's his name now, homie. He is Mr. Spence. If Earl, aka Mr. Spence, next pay-per-view is successful, Newell was right. It's a wrap. Damn, so you think they're gonna get big-headed off that? I mean, we seeing signs of it now. We seeing signs of it now. Renee Box Young, what's up, fam? Big main man and I, his ass all day. What's up with you, fam? What's up with you? Yeah, you know, we seeing small signs of that now. And like I said, Derrick James made it evidently clear on the Boxing Voice. For anybody who missed that interview, go over to the Boxing Voice and listen to the interview that Derrick James did, man. And it's gonna make you sit back like, oh, okay, Mr. Spence and Mr. James now. That's what it is. That's what it is. They always rob the Cubans. Yo, man, then what was up with Rigo, man? Rigo came in there, says he hurt his hand off punching air. He didn't get robbed that fight, homie. Ronnie Boy Fresh says that ain't the same Lipinets from 2 fights back. Lipinets' punch selection and plan of attack is different under Goosen. I get it, but he could have lost that fight to an outboxer, though. You know, that may not be Lipinets, and I agree. He's not nearly that aggressive as he was going, but he was easily getting hit, man. He was easily getting touched. His head movement needs some work. If Ryan throws them uncontrolled flurries on Tank, Tank will catch Ryan and good night. I agree. But both of them are getting strong, though, Renee. Hey, both of them getting strong. I think right now Tank got the edge. Tank could work Ryan Garcia downstairs, and I don't know how he'd handle them body shots. I agree with that 100%, but they both showing good power. They both got a hell of a knockout ratio. And to where Ryan Garcia is at currently in his career, man, his power is looking real solid. It's against the D League. It's against the Chitlin circuit. You know what I'm saying? It's against Kester. They just pulled off the forklift. But at the end of the day, his power is still looking pretty damn good. Lauren Nichols says, not to change the subject, but the shot that Ryan Garcia hit Lopez with and hurt him was a shot at the of a forearm. Yeah. Hey, if it was a forearm shot, you saying? You know what? And remember when he went in for the kill, Lorraine? When he went in for the kill, man, a lot of those flurries of shots were real inaccurate. You know what I mean? I remember listening to Bernard Hopkins when he was calling that fight. He was really gassing up Ryan, like, oh, look at that shot. I'm like, bro, nothing ain't land. Then he came back with that one. Oh, okay, that one didn't land. Then he came back with the net. Oh, that one didn't land. Okay, see that one, that right hand right there. See, he snuck that one in. And I was just like, yo, a lot of that shit was real sloppy. You know what I mean? This cat that came in there didn't come to fight. He clearly did not come to fight. He came in there to lay down. And it's going to be interesting to see how Ryan Garcia acts when someone is willing to hit him back. Remember the reason he went to Eddie Reynoso Jr. in the first place. A lot of people thought he was getting a little big-headed too fast. You know what I mean? A lot of people thought that, yo, you need to slow down, pump your brakes. You out here talking on social media. You challenging these fighters. And you just took this cat 10 rounds with you, the dude he fought. You went 10 rounds with a dude who ain't nowhere near elite. And that made him think twice. And then he got with Eddie Reynoso Jr. You know what I mean? I saw a forearm. Watch the review. Oh, you saying he knocked him out with a forearm shot? Yeah, damn. Yeah, he was real inaccurate, man. He was swinging for the fences, man. Real Boxing says Tank is too inactive. It will bite him in the ass one day. These are supposed to be the best years of his career, man. He's supposed to be the best years of his career. You know, I'm from the DMV, full disclosure. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, damn, man. I was even sitting back like, dog, why aren't you fighting Tevin Farmer when he wanted that work with you? You could have got the Machado fight, given that Machado was running around making all these claims about, oh, that's supposed to be my belt. And actually, if you look into the story, Machado was actually right. You know what I mean? It's like he could have got some of that work, man. And I don't know, the whole beef between him and Floyd, and you know, it just was stupid, bro. It was stupid, and he really hurting some of the best years of his career. But he still got ways to go. He's only 24 years old. Once he hits about that 26, 27 year range, you got to be fighting the best. You in the prime years of your career at that point. Yo, hit the thumbs up for me while y'all up in the building. Hit the thumbs up for the homie. Ronnie Boy Fresh says Ryan is not even the best youngin at 135 or 140 in Golden Boy. Lamar Roach and Virgil Ortiz. And you know what? There's a good possibility that he can actually get that Lamar. If Lamar Roach can beat Jonathan Oquendo, which I think he can do, and then he go on to fight that boy Ito, the Japanese fighter. If the WBO orders that fight, yo, that'd be a hell of a fight. Lamar Roach versus Ryan Garcia. If they want to continue to groom Ryan Garcia, he'll wait for that situation to play out. But if they want Ryan Garcia to step up now and go after a world title with a dude who ain't the best, probably the strongest champion of the division in Tevin Farmer, I think he should do it. You know, I don't think that's a bad thing. Tevin Farmer and Ryan Garcia is a very formidable fight. And it's a good opportunity for Ryan Garcia to go after the championship with no politics. Messiah says, who the better? First, doesn't really matter. Say who the better bootlicker, Hopkins or Bradley? I don't know, man. They are both like the bootlicking champions of the world, bro. They both bootlick like I ain't never seen no better before. I think Hopkins got it, bro. I'm gonna say Hopkins is the best bootlicker ever. Hell of a fighter, Hall of Fame, out, no doubt. First ballot, the man. One of the best middleweights I've ever laid my eyes on. But when it comes to the bootlicking contest, I think Bernard Hopkins wins it, bro. Like yesterday, when he was calling those Ryan Garcia shots last night, I was like, what the hell is B-Hop looking at? Ain't none of that shit landed. Oh, did you see that? Oh, look out. Look, he about to hit him with that. Oh, bro, what's the two watching, son? Just tripping. You hear me? Messiah says that main man, why our people want Earl to be on PED so bad? I think Spence fought a great fight just because he did not stop Mikey. Doesn't mean he on PEDs. Mikey could have just have a chin. Let me tell you, Messiah. You know, people, and you know, I've been on YouTube long enough to know the real reason that people put that on Earl Spence Jr. Some people, they look at the situation from like, you know, sometimes when somebody's coming up and they looking so damn good, you know, I ain't talking about the nipple arguments and all, but when they looking so damn good, you take a closer look at this fighter. And the number one thing is, oh, he's not part of the clean boxer program. You know what I'm saying? And it's not an argument about, well, he's not with the WBC and, you know, he can be part of the clean boxer program. We see all these other fighters that fight in other sanctioning bodies, and he's not like one of the only ones who refuses to join. And so people take that little bit of info right there and they say, well, something is up. We've seen him test for VADA in the past, but it hasn't been year round and it hasn't been random, you know, the whole 9 yards, you know, and that's why people, you know, they put that on him. He can make it go away by joining. Now, shout out to the homie Monty Brown TV. I've had this conversation with him, and he's a humongous Earl Spence Jr. fan. For everyone who's listening, go subscribe to the homie Monty Brown. That's my main man. And he says, well, main man, you know, Earl didn't do it because, you know, he doesn't want to put his whereabouts. Like he wants to be a free man. And because when you sign up for this program, you got to tell him every move you make and, you know, this, that, and the third, which I still don't think is a problem. I mean, still, they can come and visit you wherever you are, but you do got to disclose your whereabouts. This is the reason that the Charlos Jamil Charlo recently got caught up, and they try to say, oh, he missed testing because, you know, he didn't put his whereabouts. And Earl Spence don't want to be tied down with that kind of thing. You know, if you want to believe that, cool, you know, but this is the reason why a lot of people want to put that on them. Some have bad intentions behind it, and they just don't like the kid for whatever reason. Maybe he beat your favorite fighter or whatever the case may be. But then there's some people are legitimately asking, like, well, why isn't he signed up? And given the fact that Earl, Derek James, or no one from PBC or no one from Earl Spence's campus actually came out and addressed this issue the way it needs to be addressed, it's almost kind of overlooked. It was left to the fans to defend for him. They need to address it and nip it in the bud. Now, I just left it at the point of, well, look, he ain't in the WBC, so he ain't obligated. There's a lot of fighters who are not involved in this program. So I left it alone. You know what I mean? When he says I'm not in the WBC, I don't have to be. He's technically right. He's right. You know what I mean? So he technically does not have to do it if he don't want to. It's not a requirement. It would be something that would be good for him to do. But also I have questions about the WBC Clean Boxer program. Do they have enough tests? Do you know how many fighters fall through the cracks of that program? Do you know how many fighters are not tested during the time they enrolled in that program? So it's credibility issues on both sides. And at the end of the day, until I see proof, until I see he felt this drug test, I can't put that on him, bro. It's not a fair thing to wear. Yeah. But I do got questions, and I start leaving that alone, man. I don't touch that no more. But the one thing I will say about drug testing in sports in general, Texas need to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Like, we know the high schools and everything that's going on. I don't want to go too much into it. Certain things can't be tested for. I don't like that whole notion. But I'm not here. I'm not going to sit back and put that on the young boy when he just doing what he got to do. You know what I mean? It's not. It's not going to happen. I left that alone. He licks De La Hoya's boots. Hey, that's why his teeth missing. He's been licking too many boots. You know what I'm saying? Rocket Strikes 89 says Spence not stopping Mikey proves that he doesn't curry pop like Keith flute time Thurman. Keith, hey, it's going to be Keith sax time Thurman, homie. He's going to start playing the sax. I wrote him I put a lot of DMs. I wrote him a lot of emails. Keith, we need you to stop playing the sax. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that flute. But at the end of the day, you look, man, when everybody say, yo, he ain't stopped Lil Mike, I agree. He didn't stop Lil Mike. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he wasn't, I don't think he was aiming to stop Lil. I mean, he said all that before the fight, but he boxed this dude. If this, I have no doubt in my mind, if this dude would have fought in his traditional way, the way he fights fight after fight, he would have stopped Lil Mike. I have no doubt in my mind, man. If he would have put it on Lil Mike, like he put it on, say, Lamont Peterson, like he put it on Kell Brook, I think he would stop Lil Mike. But he didn't. He fought Lil Mike unlike any way he fought anybody else. You know what I mean? We've never seen Earl fight in that manner on this level. If I believe that the way Earl fought Little Mike, if he would have fought, say, Kell Brook like that, he probably wouldn't even damage his eye. He probably wouldn't even, Kell Brook probably wouldn't have quit. These were two different Earl Spences, if you will. You know what I'm saying? But don't make no mistake. I think if he would have fought Lil Mike, like Earl, the truth Spence, and not Earl pay-per-view businessman Spence, he would have stopped Lil Mike. And he should, you know, probably would have been better for the brand, though. I don't know, man. That's how I feel about it. Who do you think, Slicker, Farmer or Loma? Loma. I think Loma's slicker. I like Farmer, though. I like Farmer, man. I look, man, I got respect for Farmer, bro. I don't want people to take this as a diss. I just think Loma is a hell of a, I mean, he makes people quit off his defense, bro. Like, he made people, I've never seen Farmer make nobody quit because you can't touch him, because you get frustrated. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never seen Farmer frustrated dude like this dude did. You know what I mean? And that's how I look at it, you know? Renee Box Young says, Lauren Nichols says, Earl and Mikey was a gentleman fight for a show. Exactly. I agree. It was like, that wasn't the typical Earl. You know what I mean? And that's why I don't put that on him, why he should have stopped Lil Mike. It would have been a better statement. But he dominated the man for 12 straight rounds. I can't think of even if the best statement other than stopping this man will to be dominate him for 12 rounds. And that's what he did. Renee Box Young says, yeah, either stop Mikey or not. Spence humiliated Mikey to the fullest. Didn't you hear the scorecards? Yeah, that's what I mean, bro. Like, that's just as embarrassing. Mikey was the one that's supposed to have been the technical fighter. Mikey was the one that was supposed to have been the slick fighter, the outboxer, the one that has all the technical abilities. Not Earl. He flipped the whole shit. Like, he changed the whole table. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a beatdown. It wasn't a knockout, but at the end of it was an embarrassment. We've never seen Mikey fight in that fashion. And then I hear Mikey in the post-fight say, look, man, he didn't hurt me. It wasn't power. Then what? It was the fact that he put the jab on me and he was standing on top of me and he was beating me to the punch. That's technical ability. So he technicized you, if that's a word. He was a better technical fighter. You are no longer technical, Mikey. You wasn't as technical as Earl. Earl was much more technical than you. That's what it was. It wasn't a beatdown, Holmes. Farmer's a good boxer, but he can't keep Tank power up off him. Yeah. That's why I wish Tank would have took that fight. You know, it's like, man, unifications matter, man. Unifications matter. The same way I say with Tank. Tank could have beat Farmer, took that belt up off him, even though that's Tank's old belt. But he still could have took it up off him. You know what I mean? The same way I'm saying with Earl Spence and Sean Porter. Sean can get that belt up off Sean. Earl can get that belt up off Sean. He could take it up off him. And his name would be I would be hard pressed to argue with anybody on here about Earl not being number one at welterweight. My argument would be flat. Like, well, yeah, he can't be number. Well, he did beat Sean Porter. Damn. Well, he can't be number. Well, damn, yeah, he is unified. Shit. No, you know what? He can't be number one. Well, no, hold on. He just came off a successful pay-per-view. Wow. Well, there's nothing I can say. You know what I mean? It would just take all. It would just hurt so many arguments, man. It's crazy. That shit was a money grab and piss poor matchmaking. Yeah, sucked us all in. A lot of people got duped on that. Almost what, over 400,000 people? I mean, and then my deal is, aside from Manny Pacquiao at welterweight, and maybe Terrence Crawford, I think he'll do real good numbers there. I mean, though, like all the rest of the pay-per-views may be the same. They may not even be that much. Him and Sean Porter may not sell the same as, say, him and Mikey did. But, I mean, who else at welterweight aside from Manny and Terrence, maybe, that would get to that height? I don't think it'll happen with Keith. Us diehards about it all day. I don't think it'll happen with Sean. I think he sells more with Bronner, unfortunately. But, I mean, this pay-per-view argument shit is backwards for me, man. The man want to clean up his side of the street. Let it happen, bro. Lauren Nichols says they were proper two dance partners for a draw. Exactly. They were very proper two dance partners. I ain't knocking the fight. It wasn't the great, like Ronnie Boy says, it wasn't the greatest matchmaking, but look, if the man wanted to come up and be great, he called Spence out. Spence was minding his business, talking about how he wanted to clean up his side of the street. He was minding his business. And now that this fight has happened, you know, I'm hoping that another version of Earl has not emerged from this fight. The one that wears, Mr. Spence. Ain't that right? P. Newell. I'm hoping that Mr. Spence has not emerged from this fight. I'm hoping that Earl, the truth, Spence, hashtag free smoke, hashtag strap season, still exists and not Mr. Spence. That's what I'm hoping, you know? Thank God for boxing. I need this outlet right now. All day, LeBron. All day. That's it, man. Yes, it. All day. I agree with you 100%. We all do, bro. I'm dealing with some things on the low, you know, family related, and boxing has always been that great outlet. This is the reason why when I get up on here with y'all, man, we have fun. We clown. I don't care about your point of view on it. You know what I mean? We don't be all serious and talking all that crazy shit. Like we having fun, man, because we got lives to live. You know what I mean? We got things we dealing with at home already. So when we get up on here, we gonna have fun. Do you know what I mean? That's how I always say it. Lauren Nichols says, doesn't really matter, says that main man. You need to accept the fact that Earl could give a damn anymore. He saved Mikey for future cash. Damn. Man, I hope that ain't the case. I hope it doesn't really matter. You just basically explain Mr. Spence to me. I don't want to see Mr. Spence. I don't want to see Mr. Spence from Kuma Lai Phi. You know what I'm saying? Fraternity. I don't want to see Mr. Spence. I need to see that hungry lion. No, we're not gonna do that, bro, because that can impede. You say even with the Crawford fight, if we're with a Mr. Spence mentality, it's Crawford sold 100,000 units, 150,000 in this last fight. Me, I did 400,000. So guess what? I should get 70%. You know, like we start getting stupid shit like that, man. I don't want to see Mr. Spence. All right, I don't want. You can keep Mr. Spence. No, sir. Briefcases and turtlenecks, loafers, silk socks. I don't want to see that. No, we're not going to do that. Bud is out of opponents to face. LeBron James says Bud is out of opponents to face. Top Rank desperate to make the fight right now. Yeah, they are. And you're right. But that's not a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? That ain't a bad thing. I mean, look, man, how many fights Bud has had at welterweight? He's showing more wanting for the fight than the dudes on this side of the street, aside from Sean Porter today. Keith Thurman don't want it. Manny clearly don't want it. He put the man on his pole. You know what I'm saying? Nobody don't want. Danny don't want it. Well, ain't nobody never told me about Earl Spence. His name never fell in my lap. Who's Earl Spence again? I've never heard of him. What's his name? Earl what? No, I've never seen him, never heard of him, nothing. You know, no. I want to fight Adrian Granados. So that's what I mean. No one else showed this type of thing. So what Bud is doing is not a bad thing. You know what I mean? Everybody like, oh, we're going to starve him out. Man, everybody playing promoter. Everybody's Don King up in this joint today. Everybody is Don King. I tell you, the hungry lion is gone, main man. Accept this, Slim. Come on, Rocky Strike. Don't say that, fam. Don't say that. I can't believe it. I refuse to believe it. I am not going to believe it. There is Mr. Spence. No, I'm not. He is still Earl the Truth. No, I'm not. He is not Mr. Spence. No, don't do that, bro. Doesn't really matter. Mr. Spence and Arum negotiating a 3-fight Bud deal right now. Okay. All right. Okay. But look, and that's what I mean. Doesn't really matter. Like, if he takes Crawford next, I'm not going to be bitching and moaning about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to be happy over it. But that's a big if. That is a big if. You know what I mean? That's a huge if. That's a huge if. And they could have did this months ago for that matter. Oh, they had to wait for him to become Mr. Spence first. Oh, I see. We need Bud Crawford. Okay, cool. Look, man, y'all ain't gonna say, like I told y'all earlier in the stream, y'all will not get me on record of saying, well, I'd rather have Porter. If the Crawford fight is realistic, if it's a guarantee, if it's for surely going to happen, and not politics, not network crap, not Fox getting into a beef with ESPN, not Al Heyman getting into a beef with Bob Arum. You know what I mean? If none of that is in play, and we definitely gonna get this fight, then go ahead. I'm good with it. It's still a unification fight, and it's the biggest fight at welterweight. But if it does not happen, then I don't want to see no Mr. Spence denying Showtime Sean Porter. It is what it is. You know what I mean? It is what it is. Mr. Spence should go up to 54 and stop Hurd in his tracks. We talking boxing, man. That'll never happen, LeBron. When I talk like that, people say I'm tripping. Oh, he can't do that. He got work to do at 147. But everybody went out and bought the pay-per-view with him and Mikey, though. Max Kellerman on ESPN throwing his credibility around like loose change. Oh, yeah, well, at number 4, I got Earl Spence Jr. on my pound-for-pound list. When you got Jared Swift Hurd, hashtag the real champ, hashtag all the smoke whoever won it, hashtag storm coming, hashtag May 11th. When you got Jared Swift Hurd, unified champion, beat the current WBC champion, but he don't make your list, though. Okay, Max, we see what you doing. You know what I mean? We see what you doing. Spence has no promoter, Renee. No, he don't have a promoter. He promotes himself allegedly. He's his own boss, next to Al Heyman, of course. Mr. Spence is his own boss, next to Al. Al is the true boss at the end of the day. But no, he doesn't have an official promoter. None of them really do. I mean, on the PBC side, if you really think about it, none of them, they all kind of just work freelancer. Whoever Al tell them to work with, that's who, they working with. Hurd would stop Spence Jr. right now. Hey, Hurd calling them out. Hurd saying, I'll give you a couple fights. Hurd saying, look, man, people don't like when I talk like this. Hurd says I want J-Rock. Then after that, I want the win of Harrison and Charlo. Then after that, I can take on Earl. Then after that, I'm going to 160. That's too much to ask, though. I'm wrong for people. Man, what are you talking about? Man, he got things to do. All right, cool. Okay. All right. That's some hypocritical ass shit, but okay. Arnie Boy Fresh says Swift Hurd the real Mr. Mexican style. All day. Storm coming. Real champ. Hashtag the real champ of 154. Jared Swift Hurd. I will be in the building at that fight. I can't wait for him to get rid of J-Rock, get him out the way. You know what I'm saying? The next fight, we looking at Tony Harrison versus Jamel Charlo. That's another fight that I'm really, really looking forward to. Let's see if Jamel Charlo get back, bruh. We need to see it. I told people in the live stream last time, man, listening to Charlo on that panel, don't seem like he changed much. No. Still talking a lot of no, man. We'll see, man. But he needs that win bad. And the good thing is that Jamel Charlo, after all the shit that I put him through, he's still good for boxing. He's still good for the division. He's an amped up type character, and boxing needs characters like Jamel Charlo. So I hope he wins. But at the end of the day, Storm coming no matter what. And he's coming for that WBC title. Renee Box Young says that Ronnie Boy Fresh, the biggest war I saw Hurd in was with Trout. That was crazy. You hear me? And I was, back then I was preaching it, man. I was like, yo, Hurd, the best dude at division, man. They like, nah, you tripping. Charlo would hit him and he's there to be hit and all of this other shit. I told people, you got to think about this. This dude did way more in this division. And Charlo was there before him. How the hell does Hurd come up and beat Eric Sandy Law before Charlo? Oh, they were boxing stablemates. Not no more. And on top of that, Law is calling out Charlo. Why ain't the fight happening? Nah, it shouldn't happen. People thought I was crazy. So Hurd says, okay, let me get that up off him. Then the dude who just beat Charlo, Hurd got rid of him. Come on, man. The evidence speaks for itself. The evidence speaks for itself. Damn, how much of the tickets? They going from anywhere from $50 to $250. You know what I mean? Anywhere from $50 to $250 from what I seen. Renee Box Young, it doesn't really matter. I know that. Well, y'all argue amongst each other. Muhammad Homatola says Spence's biggest payday will be against Canelo down the line. But for that to happen, the truth needs to be undisputed at 47, then win the title at 54 and look impressive doing so. I mean, that's if Canelo is still hovering around that weight. If he's going to remain at 160 for a while, we don't know, man. I'm hearing all kind of crazy talks come out of the camp of Canelo. I'm hearing they saying he'll go up to face Kovalev if he had to do that at 75, or he'll go up to 68 and he'll fight Billy Joe Saunders. It's just I'm hearing all kinds of stuff. So it depends on the weight class that Canelo fighting at too, but I don't think we are light years. I repeat, light years away from something like that going on, man. Yeah, you got to be up in that joint, LeBron. It's going to be going down. Hey, the DMV going to be on fire that night, Slim. I'm going to be out there in the middle of it all. You hear me? Ronnie Boy Fresh says, well, Laura was supposed to fight Charlo if he got past Hurd. Laura was supposed to fight Charlo if he got past Hurd, but they could have been made it, man. There was no excuses for that fight. They could have been made that fight. Laura wanted that fight for a long time, bro. Charlo started to get a little big-headed, and Charlo, you know how they do with the Cuban fighters, like somebody was talking about earlier. They don't like to, you know, he was. But then again, I got to give it to Charlo. He did want Hurd did put a couple little excuses in there. He had to go get the shoulder surgery done and all this other jazz like that. But he could have made the lower fight, man. If he wanted that fight, he could have made it. He could have made it, man. But I mean, man, I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man, and I'm gonna reach a final conclusion on this before we wrap it up. I just want to say, I truly hope that Errol Spence Jr.'s next fight, whether it be if Terrence Crawford, if this is a real live offer and they ain't playing, man, ain't gonna be no politics, ain't gonna be no Bob Arum BS. If we ain't gonna have no Fox versus ESP, if this is a real deal, then I'm down with it. But if he waits for this situation and does not fight Showtime Sean Porter, which even so, now you know what, even so, I'm sorry, I take that. Even so, even if Crawford's fight is on the table, beating Sean Porter does nothing but make that fight bigger. Makes that fight bigger. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, bro, I want to see the Sean Porter fight, but I wouldn't be mad if the Crawford fight came along first. I can live with that. I think that's the bigger fight. It makes more sense. The fans are asking for it. But if this shit ain't, if we see hiccups in that, man, and then on top of that, like I said before, Crawford is fighting in April. Spence wants to come back this summer. He can come back and take on Porter this summer and take on Crawford at the end of the year. It's a very possible situation. I would like to see it play out that way. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. So what's with the Harrison Charlo rematch? Any word on that? Yeah, that's going down. What's the exact date? I forgot the exact date. But from what I understand, they like wrapping up the negotiations on that. It should be announced hopefully real soon, man. And we'll see. We'll see. I'm looking forward to the announcement of the exact. I know that Harrison was saying he wants it at home, and he wants a home fight. So we'll see. We'll see. Listening to Charlo talk on the panel, he didn't really want to say too much into it, but look like they making it happen, man. They making it happen. They making it happen. All right, look here, fight fans. Hit that like button for me on the way out. We're about to officially shut the Sunday night stream down. It's getting late. I know y'all got to be to work in the morning. I know y'all got to get up in the morning. So stop playing, man. Take your ass to bed. You know, that alarm clock going to be going on off at 5 a.m. bright and early. You know what I'm saying? Legendary Boxer, what's up with you? Where you been, homie? I ain't see you all stream, man. You know what I mean? But, it's been a pleasure on a Sunday night to rock with y'all. Much love to each and every one of y'all for rocking with the homie. Much love to you too, Renee Box Young. Peace, famo. All day. Everybody who rock with me, I rock with you. I love being on here on YouTube with y'all. Whatever y'all dealing with, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can always come and rock with the homie, and we always gonna have a good time. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Ronnie Boy Fresh, peace out. Renee Box Young, shout out from Mexico all day. Mexican fam, P. Newell. Peace, man. Holla at you Wednesday. I will see y'all Wednesday for the next stream, Wednesday night. Come on back here. We do it every Wednesday and every Sunday. Also, keep a third eye open for some vids that I'll be letting out tomorrow in the next couple days. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Enjoy the rest of y'all weekend. Enjoy the rest of y'all night. Set them alarm clocks, man. You know what I'm saying? To get y'all ass up for work. Much love. To the next video. Peace out.